welcome to the Hey Sister podcast, where sisters share real opinions and have honest conversations about life, growth, and everything in between. Hey sisters, how y'all doing?
Hey, sister.
Hola, hermanos.
So as you guys can tell, we are still on a little high from Bad Bunny's Super Bowl performance. But before we get into it, let's do a quick little check-in. How is everyone feeling?
Loving. My boyfriend's birthday is today, and then Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So this is like the perfect sweet spot to be in. I'm all good vibes
Oh, I
over
love
here.
that. What did you guys do for his birthday?
Michael.
Going to
We
brunch.
had, yes, surprise brunch.
On
Brooklyn
a
was
Monday?
there. No,
No, on
Sunday,
Oh,
Saturday.
yesterday. Okay.
Saturday. Yeah.
I was like, dang.
You guys, I've had 2 glasses of wine. I apologize.
I'm so weak.
It's okay. I have some too.
But yes, happy birthday, Michael, if you're listening, which you should be. Happy
Whoop,
birthday.
whoop.
He will, don't worry.
I am feeling cold. It is freezing in New York. As y'all know, am anemic. I'm cold. I'm freezing. And this has been a terrible weekend temperature-wise. But here I am.
Okay, I'm feeling inspired. I'm still off of a high off of the lovely Bad Bunny performance at the Benito Bowl because I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I just watched him. And it was amazing. I just feel, well, we'll just get into it. I just feel inspired.
That's a good one. I feel a little tired for no other reason than it was all my fault. So my friend hosted a Super Bowl halftime show, and like being in LA, the Super Bowl starts quite early. It's like 3:30, and then you can like be in bed by like 7 if you want to. But after the halftime show, he was like, okay, we have like this Olympics now. But like it was a lot of fun, so I'm glad I stayed. But we were there till like 10, 11 at night, and then had to get up and go to work next day, XYZ. So I feel like I've just been like a little bit off my game today, but we're getting there.
Wait, that sounds like so much fun.
No, it was a lot of fun. I actually won a gift card because I'm very
Stop.
competitive.
There was gift
and
cards?
I don't. Yeah, because he was like, no, there's like a couch, there's like a prize. Yeah, he's like, there's a prize. So it was a good incentive that we got to like win something. But I'm very competitive, so we had to like mix around the room and pick a partner that we didn't know. And so I like had this guy as my partner, and we were both very competitive. We were like, we will win this. We won it. So,
Dream team.
literally. But this week's episode, as you might have guessed already from our intro, is all about recapping Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime performance, the Super Bowl, and just how the overall show went. So we'll pass it off to Faith to get us started.
Okay, yay. Okay, so hopefully everyone watched the Benito Bowl yesterday. As mentioned, like I know who played, but I don't remember. Like the Seahawks one, I guess. Sure, I don't know. But I just feel like the world gathered. I feel like it wasn't just the U.S. It was the world, and everyone gathered to watch Bad Bunny and all his greatness. And I just feel like it just felt like a very great coming together moment for all the people that's in our right minds to fight against the terrible people in power. So first, just starting off, what was everyone's overall thoughts of the Super Bowl / halftime show, or your favorite moment?
I really liked it. I knew going into it that I was not going to understand a single word that man was saying. Something in me was like, maybe they'll put like English subtitles on it just to like include everyone, just like you could like have the translation or whatever. I was kind of like holding out hope for that because I'm like a supporter, but I also love the fact that he was like, no, like y'all are just gonna have to sit and listen to me speak in Spanish and not have a single idea what I'm saying. So I kind of stand like that was definitely like a really cool thing that he did. But I just really overall enjoyed that it really felt like he stepped into like Puerto Rico, from the set design to like the culture to like the different like layouts and stores and homes and all the different things. It really just felt such like a cultural moment, and it felt like very authentic to him. And I really appreciated that because a lot of thought, you can tell a lot of thought went into the actual like production of, you know, if I'm gonna be here, we're gonna do it my way and it's gonna be an ode to me kind of thing and like to my people. So I appreciated that he didn't really shy away from that.
I also think the best part was the halftime show. I like sports, and like the game just like wasn't that good, so the halftime show was definitely the best part. I think I liked it just because, like, similar to what Brie was saying, but also like that there was just so many like people from like that represent like where he's from or just Hispanic background or XYZ. And I think like the quantity of people, there's this tweet that was like Bad Bunny hired more people than like what Trump said he was gonna like hire for the US. So he just had so many people like to represent like his culture, like, where he's from. And I thought it was just like a beautiful thing to see all these people like gathered under one culture to celebrate one culture.
I like how mad he made people before he was even on stage. Like that power in itself. And I know so many people probably turned off their TVs during the best part of that game. And I just think it's so like we know how sad America's looking right now, but I just think it just shows even further like how greater the divide is. But he was absolutely incredible. So incredible that I forgot it was the Super Bowl because I wasn't watching before. I was watching Real Housewives. And then I said, okay, it's about to be, Benito Bowl time. So I locked in, I was watching the TV. And then after I sat on the couch with my boyfriend, and for like a minute, I was like, what am I watching? I was like, I don't want to watch this. And went right back to my Real Housewives. So I thought it was absolutely incredible. I like have been looking at like threads all day to read more about it, to like understand, the stuff that I didn't understand verbally and visually yesterday.
I agree with that. Also wanted to say, like, I thought that the Super Bowl halftime show, people would like drop off it and turn their TVs off, but most watched halftime show ever in history.
Oh, I love
like whether they were mad or not, they were watching.
Haters, stay watching.
Right.
I was about to say, they probably lying too, acting like, oh, I hate Bad Bunny. And over here, like, I can still watch 1 minute. No, he got you.
No, they had their own fake little Super Bowl show with Kid Rock. Remember?
He saw something about that.
I saw a clip.
I
said, "This is crazy."
He was like, "I just want to sit in my car and drive." I was like, "Bro, what are y'all
doing?"
They had to have lost money from that because they didn't have that many views.
Apparently, it was pre-recorded, so it wasn't even like a real
where were they?
show.
Outside?
Right.
Haters can't even get in.
Oh yeah, like Brooklyn said, I like football too, but the game was actually so boring. Like I don't even think the Patriots scored until like the third quarter, and I feel like they only scored one. So it was like, what are we even doing? But yeah, halftime show, it was like even way better than what I expected. I think like what Bria said, you really felt like immersed, like you were in Puerto Rico, and I really like how there's just so many like different creative aspects to it that I feel like during the regular Super Bowl performances you don't typically get. Like watching some of the older performances, like you typically just have like the main stage, and they might do stuff like on the field, they might do things on the stage, but it's not like he was going through like a maze of things and had so many different camera angles, so many different setups, and like hit a lot of like Easter eggs of like people involved and like different messaging, and I thought that was really cool. People have been making like TikToks all day about like, did you see the political statements that he made? I'm like, no, I missed that. So we could talk about it a little bit later, but I just feel like overall it was really great. Did this year's halftime performance overshadow the game? I feel like it definitely did. I honestly haven't heard anyone, now I'm thinking about it, I haven't heard anyone talk about the game besides Bad Bunny's performance today. Like, usually people are like, oh, even to say it was a bad game, a good game, talk about the players. Like, the only reviews I've heard was Bad Bunny was amazing, and Cardi B and Stephon Diggs broke up. There's nothing else.
I don't follow football very closely. I remember a lot of the conversation being that people like weren't excited for the Super Bowl anyway because these teams just like came out of nowhere. So I think it was like one of those things where it was like, we're here because it's the Super Bowl and like we're supposed to be here, but like no one's really rooting for either of these teams, honestly. So I think that like most of us were there for the halftime show anyway because we had it playing in the background, but we were like fully playing games, like not paying any attention at all.
Yeah, I didn't even know who the two teams were.
I agree. Like the game wasn't that good, and like I did watch the full game, but it wasn't anything that I needed to stay there for and watch. So this halftime show is definitely better.
For me, it always is.
Actually, though, yeah.
For me, it will always be better.
And honestly, I feel like, I mean, it started off great, but even the past couple of years, ever since like Rock Nation or like Jay-Z kind of got involved, I feel like the performances get better and better. So it's like, I don't know, I'm like curious, like who next year? Like who's gonna top? I wouldn't want to be next year. Like who's gonna top that? Oh, also one of my other favorite moments, which I missed it because I wasn't watching. I had to go back and look at it on social media. But Coco Jones' performance was really good, and she looks stunning. That dress.
It looks so good.
I was so happy because one of my stylist friends, his name is Vance. Shout out to Vance. Vance Gamble. We're not related, but he's a stylist in LA and New York, and he styled her, and I didn't realize it until he was like making posts about it. Her outfit was like a rendition of Whitney Houston's outfit. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh my goodness,
That's so
like
cool.
Yeah.
really ate this up, and she just looks so good. So that's
For sure.
Mhm. Voice always eats.
Who was your guys' favorite halftime Super Bowl performance of all time?
It may be recency bias, but I will say that Benito Bowl was perfection because it was good music. And I told my boyfriend this already, so it's not a surprise. But he's just so fine. Like, it's like mesmerized watching
I
that
have
man.
permission to say this.
I have permission to say that he already knew. I was just like in awe, like, wow, that man really is cute.
Yeah, he is.
So I was like,
But
just
he looks
solidified.
the upgrade is crazy though because he looks
I saw a
insane.
picture of him years ago, and I
Yes.
didn't realize he looked like that.
I didn't
Yeah.
either.
Someone
I didn't know that.
There was this tweet. I'm seeing so many Super Bowl tweets, but there's this tweet that was like, apparently that wedding that was happening was real. So they were like, I would
Yeah.
get married when he was performing because
I
what if
saw
one day he was
that.
single?
No.
I
I
would not ruin
couldn't.
my chances.
She was bold for that. She loved her man.
Right, that's how you know that's real love right there.
That's
He's like,
love.
I'm focused.
I also thought that was so cool that was a real wedding. 'Cause I was like, was this staged? But I was like, no, it's kind of giving real. So I'm glad it was real.
Yeah.
It was cute.
Yeah.
I think mine would probably be either Rihanna or the Bruno one with, of course, the one and only Beyonce, because we always bring her up. But I think those two are probably my favorites. I really did like this one also. I think I did have two qualms with it. One, I wish he would have danced more because it was like, like I feel like when I think about other performances, like they're putting on a show, like dance wise, like it's dancing and singing. That's my only qualm. I wish he would have danced a little bit more, and I would have appreciated subtitles. But I understand also, I respect that he did put subtitles as well. I do respect it. I'm not mad at it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I actually would say either Beyonce. I really like the Kendrick one because it was just so black.
That was
It was
good.
just very, yeah, it was just very like unapologetically, we're about to be black and y'all are just gonna have to sit and deal with it. And then also Rihanna's pregnancy reveal was iconic too. So
That
I
was
liked that.
fun.
Yeah.
I remember watching that and being like, I'm a woman, not gonna body shame or like think and comment on other women's bodies.
Yes.
I was like, she really do
Yeah,
look
that's all
pregnant.
so confusing.
That was a fun one.
Literally.
Because I remember throughout the whole thing, I was like, wait, she looks kind of pregnant. Like she looks, but I didn't want to be rude.
And she wasn't
But I think it
dancing
was
like
throughout
that.
the whole thing. And then she rubbed it at the
yeah.
end.
Yeah, no, I remember watching Rihanna too and really thinking the same thing. I'm like, to me, like I like the Rihanna one. It's not like one of my favorites, only because she couldn't do much. But
Yeah.
then realizing that she was pregnant, and it's like, oh, this bitch did a lot. Like this girl
Yeah.
is not the pop.
No,
And
for
she's over here
real.
doing all these dances. So I'm like, get it, girl.
Yeah.
I feel like they were pissed. Like,
Right.
damn,
I
girl.
know they were.
You
People were
signed
mad.
this contract not pregnant.
Well,
We want our money back.
I feel like hers was cool though because she
Yeah.
was the only person I've seen that's had the moving stages,
Mm.
like how
Yeah,
they were like hanging. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen anyone else do that, and even since then, it's probably too hard to do. So I feel like she has that over people. Definitely Bad Bunny's was my top favorite, but I really like Kendrick's. We rewatched that last night too. So yeah, after Bad Bunny's performance, I think we actually finished the game, but we weren't watching it, and then we just watched like a whole bunch of old performances. But
Okay,
Kendrick's was amazing because I feel like watching some of the other older performances, his like you said was like super black. Like I feel like everyone go to Super Bowl and they do like their most pop whitewash song, and just like the songs that everyone knows. But Kendrick was like doing song. He did a song that he didn't even release yet, and it was just like, okay, you're not just doing like the songs for like the word, you're like doing the song that you want to do. So I
That's
really
true.
thought that was cool. And his felt like really cinematic too, because he had like Samuel Jackson open up, and it was like a whole big thing. And then last thing, I really like Usher's too. Usher's was good.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
That's a
'cause
good
he
one,
brought
yeah.
out like Alicia Keys, and he was skating.
Wait, every time I think about Alicia Keys, did you hear it live where she missed that note something crazy?
Yes.
Oh, it was recently, right? Yeah.
On the Super Bowl, but then when they did the NFL like video playback, it's fixed. Like they auto-tuned it back.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Good for them. Love that. She's like, yeah, get on that ASAP. Do not repost this anywhere.
Do we think Lady Gaga was a good guest to bring out?
I was just confused. I didn't
Okay,
understand.
so I heard some tea about it. Someone said that
Okay.
apparently Bad Bunny is a huge Lady Gaga fan. Like he is known
That's what I
as being
Mm.
like, I forget what her fan base is called. What the heck?
The,
is it?
the little
Monsters?
monsters. Yeah.
The monsters. Yes, someone said that.
Mhm.
He said specifically that he
He's
is
a
a
monster.
monster. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I guess so that's why I was like, and also I saw her, she was like at the Grammys and performed and was like, I was just surprised 'cause I don't really listen to her, but I was like, well, she's been doing pretty good. Like she keeps herself relevant, and I guess at the Grammys they were sitting together. So I feel like for him it was kind of just like I'm doing Super Bowl and I want Lady Gaga to do it. So I was thinking like, is she?
Mhm.
She's not Puerto Rican, so why is she up there?
I didn't know who she was at first.
No, neither
I
did my
didn't
parents.
either.
They texted the chat like, "Who is this white lady?"
I was at a watch party and literally she comes on and we're like, is that Madonna? Is that like we're like,
No,
who
I
is
thought
that?
it was too.
What is that lady?
No, seriously, they all got the same surgery.
Well,
I have no idea.
speaking of appearances, my other favorite part was I think it was like the pregame interview where that lady went up to Cardi B and was like, "You have any words for Stefan Diggs?" And she was like, "Good luck." Walked off.
I said, oh, she mad.
She mad about something.
She mad.
Well,
Somebody
you know,
said
they
that-
said that she unfollowed him today.
Yeah,
I saw
and
that.
somebody said that
Yeah.
apparently he invited multiple of his baby moms to the Super Bowl or something. So
Wait, not just that. The lady sitting next to his mom in the stands was a girl that Offset cheated on with Cardi, and she was sitting next to Stephon Diggs' mom.
Oh,
He's like either a mastermind
yikes.
of mess.
Probably.
Oh my gosh.
He got all
The
the
best
baby
part about
mamas.
it,
I was like, forget the baby mama.
Yes,
She's
he
just
does.
there.
but the best part about it is he lost that Super Bowl and had to get on a plane and go stand in
He
court.
lost. Oh, he did lose. He did lose.
Yes,
He's on the Patriots.
He was on.
Oh,
I think I remember that. He did.
So he will be in court this week. They pushed that court date for him.
Oh yeah, because he
So he
had
could
work
play in the Super
It was
obligations.
during the Super Bowl.
Because of work,
still
so that he could compete. But now that he's lost and it's over, he can go stand in front of that judge immediately.
Good, because he's a mess, and I'm happy that he didn't win either because he needed to stop
Yeah.
getting his way. Immediately.
Yeah, he needed a takedown. He needed a bad day.
Mm. And he got hit.
Huh?
Punch.
Oh
he
yeah,
did?
I didn't even see that, but I heard about it.
They got a
I heard about it. Yeah.
Well, that's what they signed up for him. So, did we catch all the political moments in Bad Bunny's performance? I was watching this TikTok and I forget her name, but she kind of like went through like all the things that he was talking about, and I'm like, I didn't really know too much of like the history. So I'm like, I
Mhm.
didn't know any of this. But when the U.S. colonized Puerto Rico, they really wanted Puerto Rico because of their sugar influx. So that was a big thing. There was what was really cool. There was like a lady that handed him a shot, and the lady is like an owner of like a Brooklyn Puerto Rican social club, like one of the last ones still standing, and she just like fights gentrification in like the city, and I thought that was really cool. Like him just having her involved. Ricky Martin singing. They don't want PR to end up like Hawaii, which I was like, oh my gosh, like yes, no, can we please just leave this place alone?
Mhm.
Everything we touch. Let me not say we, but like
Right.
But yes, I didn't say everything. But is there anything else you guys thought was cool from the political class?
So 2 ones that stood out to me. One was him handing the Grammys to the little boy. I thought that was really cute just because like looking at his like, like child version of him and like everywhere to where he's gotten right now. Because at the beginning he said something along the lines of like, I didn't think I would ever get here, but like here I am, like I did it. So like pretty much like stay on your path pretty much. I thought that was a really cute moment also. And then another big one to me was the power lines one. When they had that storm, there was obviously like a lot of, they're supposed to be getting help from the US obviously, and they weren't getting that support. So I thought that was a really powerful one as well.
I really liked at the end when he was listing all of the Latin and like Hispanic and
Mm-hmm.
Latino when he said, "Oh, like we are America," and then he started listing all of like the Latin and South American countries. And I was talking to my bestie from high school. She's Mexican, and she was like, "It's so cool because like when we say America, a lot of the times we are just in our minds like referencing the United States specifically as a country, but it is a continent." And I was like, I thought it was so beautiful last night watching it, but like now I'm like, when I realized that's why he did it because all those countries do make up America, like Canada,
Yeah.
USA,
Yeah.
Mexico, all that. I was like, oh, that's even more beautiful now that I know what it means. So I thought that was so cool and just even reframed my viewpoint, and I'm like all for it.
People are saying that he's not a U.S. citizen. Relax, y'all.
Oh my, like, y'all,
Relax.
he's so for. They said it's so un-American, and I love that he said, "Y'all, this is America." I don't know how many times we got to tell these
Get a
people.
He's
passport
like,
to go to Puerto
no,
Rico.
seriously. He's like, come visit. The dollar is the same. Like,
It's because they've never been, bro. They've never been. They ain't never been nowhere.
I'm telling you.
No, I think that this Super Bowl halftime show, it inspired me to like go learn some more about Puerto Rico. 'Cause I've been
Yeah.
there. I went for like a business school trip, but it was very party, and I went with my family maybe like a few years ago, and I think it was like a cruise stop or something. So it was like I've never like really been immersed in the culture. I did know about like the power grid thing, but like the sugarcane thing you mentioned, like I didn't really know much of any of that. So I don't know. I think it's really cool when like I was just talking to a friend about this, about how like in America, or sorry, in like the United States, there aren't really cities with like identifiable cultures outside of like New Orleans. Like New Orleans is like the city where it's like they have their own food, they have their own
Hmm.
like way of speaking, dancing. Like one of my friends out here is actually from New Orleans, and her birthday was this weekend, and she turned her house into like Mardi Gras themed. And just like she
Yeah.
had friends from New Orleans there, and there were just like dances and stuff that like I clearly like have no
Mm.
idea like anything, but it was so cool to see like a pocket of that culture. And so I don't know, it's interesting because it's like, of course, if you like leave the North America, there's so many places with culture, but like it's a good reminder that like culture is close. Like even, out maybe outside of the US, but like it's still America, and they still have like their own very specific cultures too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's beautiful to see.
Okay, so I feel like growing up, especially in like I maybe starting like in middle school or like high school. I remember for whatever reason, like our social studies teacher would be like, "Okay, your homework tonight is go watch the Super Bowl commercials
Hmm.
and come back tomorrow and tell me like your favorite
Yeah.
and least favorite
Yeah.
one."
Hmm.
Which I
Yep.
also think is like kind of the start of me watching the Super Bowl. Now that I'm thinking of it, because like
Hmm.
I feel like in my family we never really got there to like watch it. Like my grandma would probably watch it, but I'm just like it's another sports game. But then once I kind of got to that age, and he was like, "Okay, now you have to go watch it." And kind of the next day at school was a conversation. It was like, "Oh, I have to go watch it so I can be in the conversation."
Hmm.
But that to say, do we feel like the Super Bowl ads are still worth the money? I really can't remember any like specific ones that stood out for me. I do remember seeing one with the TikToker Mickey, and I was happy about like her commercial. But now I can't even remember what the brand was. I just was happy that she was in the commercial.
I don't remember any memorable commercials. And it's like you said, it's so sad 'cause it was like it used to be like a time for creativity and like for brands to really be like
Mhm.
putting their best foot forward. And it was like a competition,
Mhm.
like who's gonna have the
Yeah.
best ad. And like all the ads were trash this year. And I'm like, are you guys using AI to make these? Like what is actually going on? But like there's no creativity behind them anymore. I don't someone made a good point. I think I was listening to Here's the Thing, Kevin on Stage's podcast earlier today, and he was basically saying that a lot of the ads this year were AI companies, and they're using AI to make the ads, which means they can spend hella bread to like do hella like ads like within. Whereas like if you're
Mhm.
Pepsi, for example, and you have to pay for like the talent and pay for set design and all of this, you can really maybe pay for like one or two spots, which that's a bad example because Pepsi's rich as fuck, but like if you're like a chat GPT and you can make this AI commercial for a quarter of
For
the cost of
basically
another company,
free.
yeah, for
Yeah.
nothing. So it's like you can pay for like 12 spots at the Super Bowl because you can spend that money elsewhere. And so I didn't think about that, but like I feel like a lot of the ads I saw this year were AI between ChatGPT, Claude, all the crypto stuff. I'm like, this feels very dystopian. Like what happened to the creativity? So I wasn't a fan this year.
I definitely agree because like Super Bowl ads are not cheap. Like they're like millions of dollars for like a very little slot. Like so,
Mhm.
I think that it was just again there was no creativity, and I think everyone was trying to like go off of the idea, even if they weren't AI companies, they were trying to go off of the idea of AI or like tech or like robots. Like there was the Specca commercial that was literally like robots dancing with the Specca bottle. Like what? Like why? Like why are we doing
Oh, I
this?
did see that one. Yeah, that was crazy.
It was just like some of them are just like I agree, like in previous years when we were kids like watching them Super Bowl, like they were so much better. I think there were a couple, like I remember I saw these two earlier, but like the Kendall Jenner one, and then the Sabrina Carpenter one, those ones I saw earlier, which I thought were at least okay. There was a little bit of creativity to it. There was this one crazy commercial though. It was, I don't even remember what the commercial was, but I remember it was like the most random thing ever. And then it turns out it was like them trying to get people to come to Christ. And I was like, this is crazy.
I
Like, how
saw
did,
that. Yes, because
yeah,
I watched the whole
how
thing.
did we
Like,
get
what are they
here?
about to do? I can't remember what it
Yeah.
was, but yeah, I know what you're
I
talking about.
it was just a crazy commercial to like spend millions of dollars on. Like,
Yeah.
but
Wait,
okay,
one
fine.
one other one that I hated was the Ring one. Because do you remember that one where it was like the dog ran away and then everyone was looking at their
Oh
Ring cameras
yes.
like, oh, I see the dog, and then the girl got her dog back and she was just so emotional. I'm like, this is surveillance. Literally,
This is
like, I'm
very
like,
big security and
hello,
privacy
like,
issues.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm like, they're basically saying that, hey, we're gonna remotely turn on these cameras so that we can find your dog, when it's like, no, this is not what that is. But
No, thank you.
I hated
Unfortunately,
that
your
one.
dog's
I feel
gone.
like it was, yeah, I feel like it was a blatant like
You cannot find it.
literally, I feel like it was like a blatant like, hey, we have this technology, like we can use it to turn it on and do whatever we want with it
Yeah.
kind of thing, and I hated that.
I think that's so crazy because I remember my friend, the cops that like came to her house to ask if they could get the footage off her Ring camera, and
Hmm.
she said respectfully she was like no, because
Hmm.
so she's white and she lives in like kind of a black neighborhood, and
Hmm.
someone had like broke into someone's car or something, and because she's the only white people in the neighborhood, she didn't want to be like the snitch.
Yeah, isn't
So
it?
I
Nope.
remember she was like, no, like I'm not gonna show you my footage, and like that's legal. So the cops were like, okay,
Mhm.
bye. So I wonder if now Ring is like, you're not gonna show us the footage, or we're gonna get it anyway.
They probably could
That's
subpoena
crazy.
Ring for it, which is the worst part
100%.
about it. Like they can just, if she said no, I mean, it was a car break-in, so hopefully they just left it the fuck alone and whatever.
Yeah.
But like, if it was something more serious, they could probably just be like, "Hey, Ring, we need this address, like their Ring camera footage from these times."
Yeah.
And if it's a police order, they have to do it, which is crazy. So
That's so crazy. I just listened to a crime junkie podcast of the exact scenario happening where this black boy got killed mysteriously in the street, and fully white neighborhood, they all asked for the Ring footage because they all had it and no one
yes,
gave it to them. I
I
said,
listened to
you
that
listened to
episode.
that one?
That was crazy. I was
That was
like, see, this is a white
insane.
boy. Y'all would have given them the
They would have
footage.
been.
Yeah.
They would have been found out what happened. Wouldn't even have
Really.
that to ask. It's sad. Oh, I didn't, like I said, I didn't really watch a lot of the game. So some of the ones that I did see, I saw a lot of people were happy about the Epstein survivors call for the release of the full files in the Super Bowl commercial. And I was surprised that
Oh,
even had aired that. That one I
I
thought
didn't
was
see
pretty
that one.
cool.
I was gonna say I didn't see that one. That's cool.
Yeah, I only saw stuff about it online. I didn't see it.
Okay.
The only one I did see, I don't really like Minions, but I think they're kind of cute. I saw a Minion
Oh,
one.
I did see
Yeah.
this
I
one.
actually was
Yeah.
like, that's so adorable. So I was like, I would go watch that based off that commercial. And then, but it was nice because it was like very simple. Like the white, since it wasn't a lot going on, it kind of brought your attention to it. And
Yeah.
the one that I did watch, I didn't like. The Coinbase one, it was like a sing along. It looked like a karaoke. I was like,
It was
what is
terrible.
going on? It
Oh,
was
was that
so
the
long.
NSYNC song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even get to the point where it was Coinbase. I just remember being like, it's in sync.
I was
It's
our
in
whole
sync.
watch party was black, and we were just staring at the screen like,
What
what the
is
fuck is this?
this?
What are they
Where are
trying
we
to get us to sing
going?
to?
But
And
that's
I
so
just realized, what
funny.
company is this?
I thought the whole time since I missed half the game, I thought it was something that the Super Bowl was doing to like promote different artists.
So weird.
Like they're on
Oh,
tour.
that's goofy.
That's
No, it
funny.
was super long.
Way too long.
Okay, boom. Now we're gonna move into our listener questions. Today we have a couple surrounding the Super Bowl. really surrounding Benito Bowl. So, first question: does anyone know the history of Puerto Rico and their relationship with the U.S.? I personally didn't know too much. I literally went to Puerto Rico last year after falling in love with Bad Bunny's album. So that was the most that I knew. But curious if anyone else knew anything. And if not, I have some facts.
I don't know nothing.
Okay.
No, I really didn't feel like
Yeah.
I knew anything.
So the United States acquired Puerto Rico from Spain in 1898 during the Spanish-American War. Specifically for the states, Puerto Rico offered a vital strategic military and naval base in the Caribbean. But pretty much the U.S. wanted Puerto Rico for not only for like their positioning in the Caribbean to kind of like have dominance over the European who kind of like colonized a lot of those islands in that area, but also to get their goods. They were like a really big resource for sugar. It's pretty much how Bad Bunny like opened up his performance. Like the people working in like the sugarcane fields, but when the American colonized it, they also had slavery, and they unfortunately enslaved a lot of Puerto Ricans, and that was what they were doing. They were working in the sugarcane fields. So that's kind of like a super brief history about it, but I thought it was interesting because again, I didn't know anything about this, and after reading about it, I'm like, oh, I feel like what we were saying earlier, like Bad Bunny literally took us down the history of like all the issues that like American caused and like them wanting to acquire the island, for all these bad reasons. And yeah, kind of like how we got here today. Overall, I think it's just like so unfortunate that like Puerto Rico just had like all these resources and all these great things that, really benefited the United States, and they just treat them so poorly. Like I really do not understand what the beef is today. Like why are they so mad? But I'm also curious because like like we acquired like Hawaii as like a state. So I wonder if they really wanted Puerto Rico to be like a state, like one of the 50 states, and it just didn't happen. Thank God. But we see like how horrible they've made Hawaii. So I don't know. I just don't understand, which I guess no one will understand. United States' positioning and their thought process around, tearing down these islands when we're using all their resources.
Yeah, I remember in the past, like 6 or so years, they had a vote to like not be a territory anymore. But obviously it didn't pass. But I wonder if it did pass. 'Cause I don't really believe in the American political voting system anymore.
Yeah. Somebody's always back there messing with those polls.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, we have one more listener question. Who would you like to see next year at the Super Bowl halftime show? I honestly don't even know because who's going to be better than this? And I feel like I didn't even expect Bad Bunny to be chosen once they announced it. So I'm just like,
I agree with that.
I don't know. Like, what are they going to do? K-pop next? Like, I don't know really something to choose.
I feel the same way. I'm at the point now where I'm like, we can actually wrap this up. Like, who else? like, the only people I can think of that would probably give a really good halftime show and are big enough are Taylor Swift and Drake. And Taylor Swift has turned it down multiple times. I guess she just doesn't want to do it. Drake, I think Drake could have done it. I think he can still do it. Like, I think it'll be fine. But like, I think he unfortunately had like some rough years. Yeah. So like, maybe if he'd done it in the past, it would have been better. But I'm like, who's big enough? Maybe one of like the BTS bands or like the K-pop girls, like you said. Like they have huge fan base, but I'm like, who else at this point? Like, I can't even think of anyone.
But I can't lie. I feel like, I mean, Drake can do it, but do I want to go to the Super Bowl after they let Kendrick Lamar play?
Right.
Ain't like
That's
us
what I
sometimes.
was gonna say.
Yeah, if he was gonna do it, it would have had to been before Kendrick's rewriting history.
I was gonna say Drake also, just like name wise, but again, he should have did it before Kendrick, so we're kind of past that one. I crazily want Lil Wayne, which sounds crazy, but
No,
I would
that's a
love
good
to
one.
see I would love to see him do it.
No, that's
it would be
crazy.
very chaotic.
Have you guys seen him perform?
Yeah, that's something. It wouldn't
I've
be like
seen
a
him
good
perform in
performance, but I
person.
want to see him do it.
Have you seen him perform recently?
No.
It's
The
the
whole
same
thing,
for the past 10 years. It hasn't been great.
and I'm sure his concert's a good time, but it's not Super Bowl ready. He would have to
It's
do
not
a
super.
lot.
Yes.
He need training now.
No, he needs to lay off the drugs and then
That's the key
start
part.
there.
Leave the codeine at home.
I think he's too high to move.
I think he has. No, I do agree though. He has like a catalog that like I think
Obviously,
could.
the catalog.
And I think
Well,
the people he
yeah.
could bring would be great.
Yeah.
People were saying Chris Brown. Please do not bring Chris Brown onto that stage.
I don't want
Please.
that.
I don't even think they would ever. I think that.
I don't think they would.
I think.
They
I
probably
think
don't
they
like
would.
him.
I think that they could have gotten past the whole Rihanna thing, but I think he is just consistently in trouble. So
Yeah. So they're
it's
like,
just too
no.
hard.
like-
Yeah.
yeah.
Apparently, he made a tweet that he should have been there. He should have performed.
I saw that.
But
I'm sure he did.
so yeah, I think they should honestly hang it up because I think it's gonna. They've already gotten their best ones, and the people who are gonna be better are saying no. So I don't think it's gonna get much better unless like a new artist pops out that's like absolutely eats down.
Yeah, Faith, I had the same thought as you this morning. I was like, who is gonna perform next year? That would just be so much pressure. Like if I was settled up to do it next year, I'd be like, you're gonna have to push me 2 years out because it's gonna be immediately compared to that, and it's just not gonna be fair. Because if you just want to come and sing a song, it's not the year for that. I think it's gonna have to be like a collage of people. Like I feel like that's the only way it could be like kind of fun because I don't feel like one person is like one or two. I feel you have to have like 3 or 4. It's gotta be like, oh my gosh, all these famous people. I feel like that's what's gonna make it fun.
Yeah.
You know who I think could do a Super Bowl? Justin Bieber. If he like put his head on straight.
So
I think if he
I
went,
think
he has a
enough
crazy
hits.
catalog too.
Yeah.
He has
Like-
a great catalog, but that's so many different eras of him. Like those are two different people.
I think that's the point. Like
he don't got the
him and
stamina
his
like that no more.
features.
We will see after Coachella. We'll be able to tell if he has the stamina after Coachella because he's performing at Coachella
Oh, he's
this
performing
year.
at Coachella. Okay, that's
Is he a
cool.
headline? Is he like the main?
I think so. Well, actually, I don't know.
Because even his Grammys, I think that was where he was just at the Grammys. Like even
Yeah,
that,
that's
was
what- That's what I mean. Like
So
he
people
can't do
did
that.
not like
with the
that.
Super
But then I
Bowl,
did
but-
see. Well, I didn't watch it. I just saw clips of it. But people were like, "Why is he up there naked?" And somebody was like, "Well, because it's a stripped down version of UConn." But my thing is, if that was a black man up there with in his fucking boxers, they would have had a field day. So no.
Oh
Thank
yeah.
you.
Has Lady
Oh,
Gaga done it yet?
I think she's kind of past
I feel
that
like she
era.
came out
Again, I thought that was Madonna up there.
I think the girls would go up for Lady Gaga if she hasn't done it yet. Like from her
No,
like
no,
Bad
no,
Romance
no,
era.
no, no.
I'm like, yeah, like her Monster era. I
She
think
would
she
have to
could
bring
do
out
it.
Beyonce again. So
Yeah, Telephone. Oh, I would just.
Right.
I was just watching the
Somebody-
music video in the past week.
Literally. Like, how can I,
I think
be in
she's
the
similar to
building?
though. If
Actually,
she hasn't done it already, I think she might have missed that window. To me,
yeah.
I don't think so.
She didn't miss no window.
how old
I
is
think
she?
I'm not
Let's
even
start there.
confident. She
think
performed in
Drake-
2017.
I think Drake missed his
Oh.
window because unfortunately he got involved in a beef he couldn't keep up with, and I think that like now he would be
And he's a
crowned
potential
on the
pedophile.
stage. Yeah, so it's like I feel like
A lot
he
of
missed his
risk.
window. I feel like he missed his window because now like it's like damn Kendrick did it first kind of thing. But like
Mhm.
I don't really think it's an age thing as long as you have like the hits. Because
She had
Shakira's
Snoop
asked
Dogg
for
on
it.
there.
Same with Snoop.
Oh, that one was a good one because he had the whole because it was an LA Super Bowl.
Yeah,
So he had the
mhm.
whole LA like Mary
The
Blige-
West
Mary
Coast.
Blige-
Yeah,
Mary J. Blige was out there. Even Kendrick was out there too.
Yeah.
So he had his
Mhm.
little sample.
yeah.
If she brings a lot of guests, fine. But I don't think personally. This is personally. I didn't even know who was standing on that stage when she got on there. In her
Yeah,
prime era,
yeah.
I would have known who that was. I'm sorry, I did not know who that was standing on that stage.
Also, Brooklyn, first of all, she's only 39 years old. I'm sorry, but she does not look that.
Right.
She does
Talking
not
about
look-
she missed her window. She's not that old.
Did you
I
look
thought
at
she was so
Coachella
much
performance?
older.
That was Madonna. Like she looks older.
I feel like that is just you not being
I thought she
hip
was
to pop
older.
culture.
She not supposed to look like that. Like she don't usually
I
look
thought
like
she was
that.
older. She didn't
No,
look
yeah,
like
she
that.
changed
older.
her look. She changed her look. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she don't look like that.
She
But
looked
they
so
all
different.
got
I was like,
that. They
that
all
has
got
to
that
be Madonna.
Hollywood. I'm
Yeah,
hungry.
that like lift. Yeah.
Look, like
I'm hungry is crazy.
Gaunt.
Yeah, I feel like it would have to be like BTS or Taylor Swift or something.
And I wouldn't watch any of that.
No,
But
definitely.
yes, the thing I wouldn't want. I
yeah, I
wouldn't
don't
care
know
to see anything
BTS,
else.
so I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
But to Amaya's point, I feel like okay. So here's my take. I'm also just trying to get in Jay-Z's mind. Clearly, it's not just him coming up with these things, but still. I'm like, it has to be a producer. Like, you have to get Pharrell or like, fuck, call DJ Khaled out there. I don't care. It has to
That's
be
fair.
multiple
That's
people
fair.
That could be
and
fun.
multiple artists, like you were saying,
Yeah.
because we don't care for just one person anymore. Like, who's gonna? We've used all the big people. We're out of the big people. Like, they're gone.
Yeah.
So now we just need all the great, almost big. I mean, still big people, but like, let's just get them all at one time. So I'm gonna call. We need to call Pharrell up and get it going. He can call. He can have clips. He can have all the niggas out there. Shoot, who cares?
DJ Khaled actually is not a bad one. He has a lot. He has a huge album.
I feel like that
A
would
huge
be so
collection of people.
fun.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually hate him, but I see the.
I don't like him. However, he can put on a show of the people he knows.
I do see I see where you're going.
Yeah, no, I only thought of him because I think one of his songs came on Shuffle the other day, and at the end of the song, he was like, they didn't want me to have another anthem.
Yes.
So I made another anthem. And I was like, he kind of ate with that.
Yeah, he does need to hang it up soon, but
Honestly,
Nicki
I haven't really heard about him in a minute.
And now
I was
it's
gonna
too late
say
for her.
Nicki, but I can't
Yeah,
support her.
it's too late.
See.
Yeah, I was like, did she already do
It's
it?
way
No,
too
she
late.
didn't.
He definitely missed. First of all, here's what should have
Damn.
happened. Young Money should have had their window.
They
Couldn't
should
get
have.
all at once. Lil Wayne, Drake, Nicki Minaj. Who else is on that? I don't remember.
Tyga.
But they could just.
Not Tyga.
I'm forgetting he exists.
Rack City. Rack
And
City.
people, I can't lie. People would eat that up. He has a couple of little songs.
I will say.
He kind
I
of
used
fell
to
off the
love
face of the
him.
earth after he was dating Kylie Jenner when she was like 16 or some shit
As
like
he
that.
should
That
have,
was
because
weird.
that was weird.
Did Travis do it yet? Travis Scott could do it.
I think he performed with someone, but I don't think he did it himself. And I
He'd
actually
just
think
be-
he would do a good job.
He would. He'd
That's
just be
fair, yeah.
yelling. There was a picture. You can continue. There was a picture. I think the NFL posted it, and he was like, it was a picture of him yelling, but like he wasn't on a stage. He was just like just yelling. And I told my friend, I'm like, there is absolutely nothing that he needs to be yelling this loud about.
That's crazy.
Okay, wait, y'all. So he did it. I remember looking this up. He did it, and it was during Maroon 5. This was actually so random. I remember this was during the
Travis?
Atlanta Super Bowl.
Okay.
Maroon 5 brought out Big Boy and Travis Scott.
See, that's crazy. They said we need some blacks.
Yeah, I was
Right.
gonna say we have an audience to cater to.
No, for real.
That's so random.
And I can't lie. I feel like the past couple of years, Super Bowl the halftime show has been super black. So I wonder if like everyone's, yeah, they're pissed. But I'm like, I wonder if they're just like getting pisser by the day. Like,
Oh, I
wonder
bet.
what
I do think they're gonna. Yeah, I do think they might fall back towards a more catering person next because it was black, then
Yeah.
Hispanic, and now, I
Yeah.
think they're gonna go back.
Jay-Z got to
Yeah.
hold it down for us.
I say,
No,
yeah.
for
He
real.
Him
might
and Travis.
so perform. Put yourself on the stage, sir.
No. Unless his wife is there, I don't want to see that.
What? Jay-Z's hit.
Respectfully, he could keep it.
He
Oh
could
my
stay
I
his
was
God.
gonna
at
say,
home.
that would
He
be the
has
problem.
old
Is
hits.
that
They're
I was gonna
old.
say their generation though would not like it, which would be the issue.
But y'all
Their
know the
generation would
songs.
be
I don't
like,
even know the songs,
yeah.
but
Wait, you saying me and her generation?
Yeah,
That's
you
crazy,
remember
but
those-
anyways.
What generation is she talking about?
We're not the same
now she's
generation.
over here.
Okay.
She's over here grouping y'all. She's like, anybody younger than me? is
What the heck?
I don't doubt. Like, I obviously know he has great songs everyone loves. Da 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 da. However, I think that it's not Beyonce's not going to be on there. Probably not going to be on there. I think that there's other options that I would want to see. And I feel
That
like
we
he's
should
not
explore.
making as much music right now anymore. Where it's like, my opinion.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who would put on good Super Bowl shows, but unfortunately, like they've ruined it for themselves. Even
Yeah.
thinking of like Nicki, Kanye would be a crazy show.
I keep thinking about
He would be
Kanye.
good.
I'm
Kanye
just
would
like,
be
he
good.
can't even tour
Kanye
in
would
the
be
US.
Low-key.
Yeah, I'm just kind
Yeah,
even when you said
has been
Jay-Z,
banned.
yeah, no, even when you said
That's
Jay-Z,
only-
I was like, because his name came up in the Epstein files, and it wasn't anything
Yeah.
like crazy, but like it was one of
Neo
those
was in
things.
the
Yeah.
Epstein files?
Nia?
It was like no Jay-Z.
Oh,
Jay-Z.
Who knows, child? Everyone's involved in something these days.
We ain't got all the files yet. We'll see.
Right? Yeah.
How do we not have all the files yet? That was hella files. That was too many fives.
Isn't that crazy?
I cannot, like, I went on, like, a rabbit hole the other night, like, okay, wait, this is actually funny. I was on the rabbit hole the other night, like, looking through the files, because it's been a thing for years. So I've always kind of just, like, I don't have the capacity to read this. Like, it's just too creepy. From, like, the Pizzagate and all the shit, I'm like,
Yeah.
what? So when I was looking through the stuff, reading through watched TikTok, fell asleep. Had a dream. Mind you, had a fucking dream that, mind you, it wasn't even about Epstein, it was about Diddy. That I'm in New York City trying to hide a little boy from Diddy. And we were running around the city, literally hiding him in different spots, being like, he's around the corner, hide under gutter. Okay, he passed us, go to the rooftop. And it was like, literally, I'm hiding a little boy from Diddy in New York. And there's the things I'm dreaming
That's
about.
crazy.
That's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
So don't
No,
read the
literally.
Epstein file before you go to bed.
All right. Well, let's transition into our next segment called Put Me On and Put That Down. We put you on to the things that we're enjoying and telling you to put down the things that are no longer serving us. Who wants to start?
We're doing Super Bowl edition or no?
No, just
It could be
whatever.
whatever.
I can start. Put me on of the week. Everyone should go watch The Rip. It's on Netflix. It's so good. It has Matt Damon and some other man on it. I cannot remember his name at this time, but it was actually really good. It was like a crime thriller, which is one of my favorite genres to watch. And it was pretty good. And Tiana Taylor was in it too. And I was like, wait. At first I was confused because it's a movie. So I was like, is this one battle after another? But it wasn't. And it was really good. And then
Put that down.
Valentine's Day. Put that down. Put that down. If your significant lover ain't gonna do you right this weekend, you gotta drop them. If they can't show up on the big days when it
Immediately.
matters, they ain't gonna be able to show up in the future. Just remember that when you're going through this weekend.
I
Yeah,
saw something
remember
the
that.
other day. It was like, I think it was like a guy giving advice to other guys, and he was like, someone was telling him like, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? He's like, I'm not doing nothing. And he's like, you're not gonna do nothing. Does your girl want to do something? It was like, yeah, but I don't care. I do Valentine's Day for her every day. And he was like, that's not right. If your girl or whoever you're dating, this other girl, boy, is into the whatever the fuck they're into, you need to be into it too.
Mhm.
Just because
Mhm.
that's what you need to do. Because I'm sure
Yeah.
they're doing the same for you. So people
When
need
you
to stop being
said
lazy.
when you said I do Valentine's Day every day, it reminded me. Do you guys remember that man who sent his girlfriend a blue heart every day, and every day he added on another blue
Oh,
heart?
Like in the text
That's so
message?
cute.
Yeah.
No, girl.
No.
Amaya, please.
That's so
Amaya.
cute.
No, that was
But
his
then his
reasoning
excuse was like, that's all I got. I
Well,
did
yeah,
Oh,
so much.
he was like, I'm romantic. I do nice things for her all the time. Like, I send her an additional blue
Oh.
heart every single day. That's exactly what that made me
That's
think
what you want, Amaya? That's
Right.
what you say. So
He wants
cute.
I told y'all I've been
365
loving
blue hearts.
food every day. That's so cute. But there has to be more to it. There has to be more to it, guys.
Yes,
So,
there was
and put
no
me
more.
on. Any men out there, you have to send one lady in your life flowers, even if it's a
That's a
family
good
member,
one.
your mom or your sister. You got to
Yes,
do
I
it.
think that's good
That's a good
too.
one. Yeah.
Actual ones, not the text ones they were just referring to.
I'm crying.
I'm so
No,
weak.
seriously. But I feel like that's like important too, because I feel like even growing up, like if you don't have a significant other, like Valentine's Day is still just about love. So like just show love to someone. Okay, I can go next. Okay, so my put me on. I started doing this last year. But watching going back and watching all the Wayans brothers movies and like TV shows, I feel like growing up, of course, like like typical like My Wife and Kids and like White Chicks and like what was it like Haunted Mansion, but like the ones that kind of came out because they're kind of old now. So like the ones that came out in like the 80s and the 90s, I've been like rewatching that like I've never seen before, like Low Down Dirty Shame, like Jada Pinkett Smith is in that one. Blank Man, Mo Money. There's one we watched the other day called Marcy X, and it was the Phoebe girl from Friends was in it, and I was like, this is
Okay.
fucking hilarious. Like, why have I never heard of these shows?
Mm-hmm.
But also it's because like we're like a little later generation, so no like people older than us like grew up with those movies. But I'm just like, they're just legendary. I meant to bring this up earlier, and I guess I scrolled past it. Now I'm just thinking about it. But like they're also the reason that we have the halftime show in general
Mm-hmm.
before I forget what year, like before like the 90s, the halftime show was just like your typical like kind of college, your college football halftime show. So like you had the marching band, and you had like your dancers and twirlers doing all those little things. But they started the halftime show because it was when you're during the Super Bowl. It was when when In Living Color came on, and that was started by like the oldest Wayans, Keenan Wayans, and of course like Marlon and Sean and everyone else. Their sister was on it, but it was basically just like a black sketch comedy show. So pretty much like SNL before SNL because SNL was also stolen from a black kid, and they saw the opportunity that okay, if everyone during the halftime show during the Super Bowl they usually turn their channel, so we were like, well, we'll be the people that they turn their channel to because they're on Fox Network. So
Mhm.
they literally had like their own sketch comedy halftime show. So everyone left their channels while you're scrolling through what to watch for like 30 minutes, and they came across In Living Color, and they said they had like the highest views and people like stayed and watched In Living Color for like the rest of the episode and then like even go back to the Super Bowl, which I thought was super cool. And then
Yeah.
the next year, the Super Bowl was like, oh, we got something for y'all. Michael Jackson is going to be doing our halftime show. And ever since then, we've had the halftime show. But I'm
Mhm.
like, that is insane for the Wayans brothers to have like that big of an impact for the
Yeah.
Super Bowl to be like, oh, we have competition. Because think about now, like like who can compete with halftime show? Like
Yeah.
who? This is now someone's mission next year needs to be to figure out how to pivot. Since we've run out of artists, we need to figure
Right.
out what's going
Yeah.
to be the next big halftime show thing. So
It's the
somebody
summer
stream
intern
something.
project. Literally.
Please. I didn't even get my Real Housewives because of the Super Bowl.
Oh no, that's how I feel about the Winter Olympics right now. Why is my Abbott Elementary
Mm-hmm.
off? Why why
Like for
why is my
this,
why is my Abbott Elementary not playing because of the Winter Olympics? I'm confused.
it's not
Oh,
adding up.
did they like pause some releases for the Olympics?
Yeah.
Oh,
So all
not
my
like a
shows are
rule
on
because I can't lie. Like
standstill.
I'm still gonna watch Abbott. I can go back to the Olympics.
Yeah,
Like I don't understand.
I think it is a rule because a lot of stuff stopped for like the real Olympics too. I remember.
Mm.
So I'm like, do they just? Is it supposed to be like a go support the country, not the not the TV? I don't understand why. But
I put that down this week is essentially like keeping to yourself or like being afraid to reach out to other people, just like in general, right? So I feel like, especially with like it being like Black History Month and just in the older I get, I'm like, we really have to like build up our communities. And like, I'm kind of more so talking like a work like networking aspect. We know how they
Mhm.
always say like you have to like work across. Like people always like, I want to like have a mentor and like work up and like reach out to like older people for advice. So they've been doing the job or the work, whatever, for like 10, 15, 20 years. But it's like when you're looking at like your success, like years from now, you're gonna look across the room and be like, oh, I came up with all these people who are like my age. We're all doing different things, different industries, but we all came together to like build one
Mhm.
community and build one nice thing, whatever that may be. So I just feel like this week I just been very much in my like, okay, let me hit up everybody that I was supposed to have meetings with over a year or two ago, and I'm just like, hey,
I
it's
love
me.
that.
I'm ready to talk. What do you want to talk about? What are we gonna build? And I'm just like saying yes to whatever because I'm like, I have nothing to lose.
Yeah,
Yes,
I love
building up
I
that.
your
love that.
community and not being afraid to reach out. Because I also realize half the time I'm like, I want to reach out to someone because they're gonna be, it might be funny acting or like something, but then they'll be like, I've been wanting to reach out to you for years. I'm like, oh my god, I've been wanting to talk to you for years. So I'm just like,
Hmm.
oh, feelings mutual, happy about
Yeah, that's
that.
great.
But yes,
I love that.
that's mine.
Brooklyn.
My put me on is like we were mentioning early, companies not wasting their money on these ads. My Uber driver was talking to me and my friends on the way home about how AI is pretty much taking over our brains and how we don't think anymore. So,
Mm.
comma, in that vein, maybe try not using ChatGPT sometimes. Maybe try thinking creatively for a second. Um, I guess my put me on and my put that down because start being more creative, using your brain, and stop falling into just using ChatGPT for everything.
My put me on. Netflix just put Blackish on the service,
Ooh.
and I've actually been meaning to rewatch it for like years now. But now that it's like right there, it was literally on Hulu, which I also had, but it's there now, so I'm watching it on Netflix, and I'm really enjoying it. Like I feel like the kids were so funny for how old they were at like 10, 12 years old. I'm like, you don't even know how funny you are. That's crazy.
Diane, I love her.
No, she has so many
She's
one-liners where I'm
funny.
like, girl, you're
Yeah.
10. You don't even understand. Like, I'm laughing at you. Um, I'm like really enjoying rewatching that. And then my put me down, I think that like something that I find myself doing often is trying to like be the coordinator and like the organizer, and I'm going to take an active step back from doing that. Like I feel like a lot of times nobody will even ask, and I'm like, oh, here's how we can do this, and here's how we can do that, and this is how the plan XYZ. And I'm just gonna sit back and like let someone else do
Relax.
for a while. So I
Fall
think
back.
that's like, yeah, I just want to fall back for a little bit and just like stop stressing myself out and overly using my brain when it's not necessary. So that's my put that down. All right, well, with that wraps up our episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to send us any listener questions for future episodes, you can send us an email at theheysisterpod@gmail.com. You can also hit us on our social medias at theheysisterpod everywhere. But with that, thank you for listening. Oh, and please give us a 5-star rating. We would really appreciate it. We actually have a decent amount of ratings on Apple Podcasts, if I'm like remembering correctly.
Yes, the Apple is eating up.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, thank you guys for the ratings. Like, it really is helpful because we're a new podcast. We're a small podcast, but we enjoy reading the reviews, and also it just helps to kind of get the podcast out there. So we appreciate all the support and all the love. But with that, we will see you guys next week. Bye, sisters.
Bye, sisters. Adios, amigas.
Bye.